Hello guys, I am Kiran Joshi and welcome back to my D&K YouTube channel. At first, thanks to all for your love in my first video. Today, I am going to describe about 14 principles of management. Don't lose your hope because there are 14 points, but I will provide you a formula for easy remembrance. So guys, watch the full video without skip it. Let's start our topic. Our topic is principle of management, but before going on the topic, I want to give a brief introduction of management. Management is an intangible process of planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. It is a process of managing the organizational resources in a changeable environment for achieving the organizational goal. And principles of management are those guidelines that are made by the scholars, yes, to give their arguments on the management. And among those scholar, one of the famous scholar was Henry Fayol, who has recommended 14 principles of management. And these 14 principles are described as below, and I am describing each of the point in brief. First principle is centralization and decentralization. These are the two systems for the organization. In centralization, there is the retention of decision-making authority at the top level management, whereas in the case of decentralization, the decision-making authority is delegated to the subordinate level also. Which system should be used? It depends upon the nature and the size of the business organization. Yes, generally, in the small organization, centralization system is used, whereas in the case of the large organization, which have the various departments like as production department, selling department, marketing department, they need to use the decentralization system. We can see in the picture that in centralization there is one head and all subordinates are listening his decisions, listening his argument. They cannot object the decisions of the top level manager. But in the case of decentralizations, or are in the group and they are discussing for the decision making process. The next principle given by the Henry Fayol is initiative. And as per this principle, every employee should be given freedom to exercise their judgment in formulation and execution of the plans. Employees do not expect any kind of interruption or guideline from the superiors for the minor technical work. It means employee wants the full freedom to express their views and ideas. Due to this, employees will be self-motivated and they could do struggle for achieving the organizational goal. As in the picture, one girl is expressing her views for objecting the decision made by the top level manager. So in the case of initiative, subordinates level should also has to express their views regarding decision making process. The third and the most important principle is division of work. As per this principle, the huge organizational work is divided into the small parts. Yes, and each part is assigned to each employee as per their skill, ability, experience, and capacity. This leads to their efficiency, and this efficiency helps to increase the production of the organization that finally leads to the profit of the organizations. It means every employee in an organization must be assigned only a specific type of work to increase the efficiency. As in the picture, one is specialized in the farming, another one in siding, another one in painting, another one is in inspection. So all the guys are specialized in their particular field. This leads to the productivity of the organizations that leads to the huge profit for the company. I had told you I will provide a formula for easy remembrance for the 14 principle. That formula is CID user use soda. Okay guys, with the help of this formula, you can easily remember these 14 points. The another principle is unity of command. According to this principle, every employee of an organization must get instruction from only one superior. It means the superior also only give the responsibility to the subordinate if he has not been discharged any responsibility by another superior. Because if an employee gets the command or instruction from more than one superior or boss, then he might be confused and he may not be able to discharge the responsibility at a specific period of time and for the effective purpose. As in the figure here, in the first figure, a subordinate is getting the instruction from only one superior, but in the second figure, a subordinate is getting the instructions from two superior. Yes, so he may not be able to discharge his responsibility effectively as done by this subordinate. Next principle is scalar chain. Scalar chain refers to the unbroken line of authority from top to bottom in hierarchy. Yes, this principle is important for systematic and effective communication in an organization. Every organization information must be communicated through its successive chain, either from the top to bottom or bottom to top. Let's take an example. The information regarding plans, policies, instructions, work assignment must be flow from top level to bottom level. Similarly, the information of assignment of work and problem during work performance must be followed from the bottom to top level. So, Fayol also focus on the statement that this hierarchy must be followed by all the level of employee except in the emergency situations. Emergency situation means sometimes the top level manager may be unavailable. So at that time, middle level manager should be able to perform that task. In the figure, here, A is top level manager and he is communicating the information to the V, and V is communicating the information to the D, and D is communicating to F. Similarly, F can communicate to the D and vice versa. Similarly here, A to C, C to E, E to G. But in the case of similar level of employee want to communicate, then Fayol has assumed an concept of gangplank. Yes, Fayol has suggested the concept of gangplank to avoid the delay in communication among the same level of employee. If same level of employee want to communicate with each other, yes, so Fayol has assumed one concept, that one is gangplank. Another principle is ESPRIT de corps. Yes, it is a principle as well as it is one of the proverb that refers that unity is strength. Yes, so the manager should take some corrective steps in an organization to make a team. Yes, to create a unity, to develop the mutual understanding among the employees. So according to this principle, there should not be any kind of ruling and dividing policy in an organization, and this principle contributes to for the development of organizational culture in an organization. Yes, so the manager have to attain the organizational objective through the group effort. Yes, in the picture we can see that all the employees are joining their hand together for achieving a target. It means employees are doing the struggle combined in a combined form for achieving the organizational goal. Yes, another principle is remuneration. Yes, the basic salary and wages should be provided to the employees according to their skill, experience, and knowledge. Yes, besides the basic salary, there also should be given additional facilities and incentives. The incentives also the financial as well as non-financial incentives. Yes, financial incentives like as a higher bonus, increase in the salaries, reward system, and non-financial incentives like as promotion, employees transfer to the urban areas. It helps to increase the living standard of the employees. In the figure we can see the staff is getting the payment from the owner of the company. Unity of direction, another principle. Yes, unity of direction. According to this principle, there should be one head and one plan for a group of activities having a common objective. It means there must be one plan for the common work and one in charge. One in charge means one boss to coordinate all the members of the unit. Yes, so unity of directions is essential to maintain unity in action or operations. Here in the figure we can say that a boss is guiding his subordinate levels towards the common directions. Another principle is subordination of the individual interest to the general interest. Yes, generally individual interest means the fulfillment of the individual objective, and general interest means the fulfillment of organizational objective. when the organization achieves its organizational objective, then it is also necessary to fulfill the individual objectives, because employees will be committed, employee will struggle hard, yes, only when they are satisfied, and they will be satisfied when their individual objectives are fulfilled. So it is necessary to reconcile both the objective, individual as well as organizational. However, priority must be given to the organizational objective. Another principle is equity. According to this principle, the manager should be concerned concerned to provide the equal justice and protection to all the level of employees of the organization. Yes, the management also has to realize that the loyalty and devotion can be extracted from the members, organizational member or employees, only through kindness and equal justice. So there should not be any kind of favoritism and nepotism. Yes. So besides the employees, there also should be provision that all the departments must be equally emphasized, because all the departments are independent and all the departments are interdependent to each other. Another one is stability of tenure of employee. As per this principle, employees should have the job security. They must have the stable job, because job stability helps to increase their experience and efficiency. So instability of job in an organization may create the several problems, like as high labor turnover. If the employee left the organizations, then the organization need to acquire new staff, then should has to provide additional training, additional supervision, that leads to the cost of supervision and training. So the organization should focus on that point, so that the employee should not quit their job from the organizations. For this, they should has to increase their salary, and they should has to provide the bonuses, different festival bonuses, different kinds of rewards, different kinds of other incentives, so that they can't leave their organization. Another principle is order. This principle focuses on the systematic arrangement of both the materials of the organization as well as the people or employee of the organizations. Yes, according to Henry Fayol, the order is also of two types. One is material order, another one is social order. The placement of materials, machines, and other physical things in the proper place and quality is material order, whereas the placement of right person to the right job is the social order. So this principle is essential to minimize the wastage of time and resources of the organization. Another principle is discipline. Yes, this principle focuses on maintaining the discipline environment of the employees in an organization. Yes, the discipline either may be self-discipline or enforced discipline. And as for the self-controlled discipline, yes, the employee must be disciplined from his or her behavior. But as for the enforced discipline, the employee must be disciplined as per the rules and regulations of the organization. This principle is applicable to managers and subordinates equally, because all are within the rules of the organization. So the manager has to maintain the disciplined environment in the organization. The 14th and the last principle of Henry Fayol is authority and responsibility. Yes, authority is the power of taking decision and commanding the subordinates, whereas responsibility refers to the obligation of fulfilling the assigned tasks to the employee in the given time effectively. So there should be the balance between authority and responsibility, because if the authority is higher than the responsibility, then the employee may misuse his or her power. Similarly, if the responsibility is higher than the authority, then the employee may feel frustrated, and he may not be able to discharge his responsibility in a time. Therefore, it is necessary for the balance between the responsibility and the authority. Hope you guys like the videos, and so please don't forget to subscribe our channel and show your love by hitting the like button. Thank you guys. Write your suggestion and feedback in the comment section. Okay, meet you with next video.